Hey there, gamers. Let's talk about a game that's got some hidden gems, but also some quirks that need a little attention. PowerWash Simulator 2's co-op mode is a blast, but it's got a few kinks that might leave you scratching your head. First things first, the game's couch co-op mode is a fantastic addition to the series. It's a breath of fresh air for couples like my wife and me who love the original but had to take turns on the Xbox. Now, we can power wash together and chill out in virtual harmony. But here's where it gets controversial. There are a few oversights in the co-op mode that could use some developer love. Let's dive into these sneak peeks, shall we? But before we do, a quick shout out to the achievements. Working through those together has been an absolute blast. If you're after a creative, relaxing game to share with a partner, PowerWash Simulator 2 is a great pick. It's casual enough for all skill levels and even available on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Now, on to the nitty-gritty. One of the biggest issues is the game's menus. They're a mess, and finding the co-op mode option is like searching for a needle in a haystack. It's surprising that such a key feature is so well hidden. You'd think a game with such a unique premise would have more intuitive navigation. To access the split-screen co-op mode, you've got to navigate through a series of confusing menus. It's like the developers wanted to keep this mode a secret. You'd expect a simple option for local multiplayer, but instead, you're presented with a drop-down menu that only offers single-player and online multiplayer options. It's a real head-scratcher. Once you do find a split-screen option, you're met with a few more quirks. For starters, only one player can earn Xbox achievements. This means if your partner wants to unlock achievements, they'll have to start the game over. It's a minor inconvenience, but it's definitely something that could be improved. Another issue is the control scheme. PowerWash Simulator 2 introduces a new control layout that's a vast improvement over the first game. However, there's no option for separate control schemes for each player. This means if one player prefers the new controls and the other wants the old layout, they're out of luck. It's a small detail, but it can be frustrating, especially for players who've become accustomed to the old controls. The menus in split-screen mode are also a bit weird. Only player 1 can open the menu, which makes sense to an extent, as it takes up the whole screen. But it creates some minor inconveniences. For example, only player 1 can activate placement mode, which is a bit of a bummer for player 2. It's like the game is saying, sorry, you can't have any fun until player 1 says so. Despite these quirks, PowerWash Simulator 2 is still a great game. My wife and I have had a blast playing it, arguing over who gets to clean the fun parts and who has to do the boring bits. The new cleaning tools are a welcome addition, and the game's ambience has been vastly improved, making the world feel less sparse and creepy. So, while it's not perfect, PowerWash Simulator 2 is definitely worth checking out, especially if you've got a player 2 who appreciates a chill gaming experience. It's a great addition to the Xbox Game Pass library. What are your thoughts on PowerWash Simulator 2? Do you agree with these sneak peeks, or do you have your own take on the game's co-op mode? Let's discuss in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences.